Yo,
Yo, what up?
what's up, man? What's going
Chilling,
on? How you
man.
doing?
A tattooing. Same thing I do every day.
Okay, this what's up.
You know.
Hopefully we
There's,
not interrupt. Hopefully we not interrupted too much today, man. We just want to
nah,
get
man.
your
You're
face on
good,
the
man.
camera
You're
today.
my brothers. Y'all my brothers. We never interrupt each other, no matter
Oh
what.
man, say less. Yeah, we appreciate you, bro.
Yeah,
So
man. We're
I'm
here
gonna
in the
get
shop, you know.
okay. I'm gonna get this thing started off right for us. So today, on Inkgeeks Presents Tatchat, we have our homie and original person who really believed in us from the beginning, the incredible, the always hustling Freestyle Alex.
What up? What up?
Alex, so tell
What's going
us
on?
where you at today. Where you tattooing from today?
Well, right now we're in Spring Hill, Florida. I opened up a shop
Okay.
here a few months ago. You know, when the COVID hit. Well, I've had it for a while, for like 2.5 years. I just never opened it. But you know, we're here. It's a big ass shop. You know, still coming
Right.
along, but you know, got this.
Right.
Everything's good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, that's a blessing right there, man. Congrats on the new shop, by the way, too.
Thanks, man. And it's good to see you, man. I haven't seen you for a while. It's really good
Yeah,
to
for
see you. I'm
sure,
glad you're
man.
feeling good.
Man,
You know?
man, it's been traveling been very restricted during this time, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, we just did one in Jacksonville, like a few weeks ago,
Okay.
and it
Okay.
was pretty busy, man. We did pretty good, you know. So kind of like brought it back for a while, but now you know everything's
Right.
canceled to next year or whatever. You know, rocking my Benny
Right.
Hart shirt.
Okay, there you go. Yeah,
But,
representing for sure.
yeah, you
So
know,
it
I've
was
been doing
pretty
this. I've been
it
doing
was
the
pretty
tour
busy
for a
down
long
there in
time.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, we were busy at that show, man. We had 5 booths. You know, that's the minimum I take at the shows,
Right.
and we had 10 artists. Everybody did well. Everybody ate. You know, like we always do.
Right.
But now everything's done to next year, so we're just making it happen in the shop. You know, yesterday we had we're always pretty steady. We're always pretty busy. You know, do all the
Yeah.
appointments and stuff like that. But man, I guess this is a blessing in disguise in a way. I was able to open up the
Right.
shop that I had in the works for 2.5 years, and
Right. Right.
making it happen. A lot of freehanding.
Okay.
as,
Okay. This was
as far as
so
the
I
tour,
wanted to.
yeah. What's up?
Yeah. That's what I want. That's what I want to speak on. Was the touring?
Yeah. As far as the tour, I started this in 2007. The tour.
Okay.
And, it's been going strong. It's been getting better and better and better. And this COVID thing kind of like screwed it up for now. But I have a lot of people all over the country that's still hitting us up for whenever we do go there. We'll be pre-booked, and that's good too. Normally we just hustle up everything, but now we have a following, and they actually like us. They like our work, so that proved to us that we're doing good, doing what we got to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you first started putting the tours together, what sparked that idea? Like, what brought that idea to your attention? That's something that you wanted to do.
Well, I went to the Inked Out New Jersey show because I'm from the Bronx originally, and
Mm-hmm.
I went to that show, and I took one booth, and I was like, I started doing it, and I was looking, and ideas always run through my head. I'm a hustler, I'm a businessman, and
Right.
I was like, man, I think I could probably do, if I have a shop and I got people working in the shop, I got people working here, something like this, and
Right.
I was like, let me just let me figure this out. So, I started doing a few more shows, and I bought my workers from the shop. And I was like, okay, this can work for me. This can work for me. So I started meeting other people on tour. And then I started talking to them, and, then I started recruiting a little by little. But, everything wasn't perfect from the beginning because, people don't understand that this thing you can't do it overnight. One book turned to
Yeah.
2 books, 2 books turned to 3. You know, one booth turned to two booths, just like the tables. You know, they think that it could be done overnight, and it's not like that. You know, I had to
Right.
plan a formula. It took me a long time to make my formula where it works. Now we go to any show, and we're like the busiest ones in the shows. You know, and that's because, you know, when you have a formula working, I mean, I have a lot of people I try to duplicate, but, you know, they can't be me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but they try, and it's all good because, you know, I wish everybody the best, and I want everybody to make money. But you know, the
Absolutely.
formula stays. It's like kind of like the Krabby Patties. You know, that formula stays in the vault.
You're right.
But yeah, you know,
Got to keep the
so yeah, so
formula in
basically,
the
yeah,
house.
so
Got to
one
keep it
booth
in the
turned to
house,
two
baby.
booths. Yeah, one turned to two to turn to three, and they got to the point that, you know, I got down to five booths. You know, so I you know, and I'm a straight up person. Like, you know, I don't want no help from nobody. I don't want no discounts. I don't want anything. You know, I just want to do what I got to do and do it right, and that's it. Nobody can say I owe anybody anything. You know,
Right.
but as far as conventions, you know, I ended up mastering them. You know, like not as a promoter, but mastering them as working the shows.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, that's a blessing because, you know, it's really hard to do that. It takes a lot of common sense, basically. And
Right.
you know, now I have like 50 artists that work for me on the tour. So I got guys from all over the country. So basically, what I do is I drive my band down to whatever destination I go to from Florida. I'll
Okay.
leave like Wednesday, whatever, drive 20 hours, 17 hours, 23, whatever it takes to get there. I drive everything down. Everybody flies down Thursday from whatever state they're coming from, whoever is in the calendar for that one show, you know, that specific show. And,
Okay.
you know, they fly in Thursday. I'm already there, and I'm already got the rooms booked out and everything, and good hotels and everything. I got the rooms booked up. So all they got to
Mm-hmm.
do is get there Friday morning. We set up, you know, set up the booths. Everybody know what to do. And from there, you know, we just stay hyped and start working all day long, all weekend long. And that's what I've been doing since 2007.
Yeah, that's amazing. And that's,
It's
I mean,
hard
that's
because,
that's such a good concept though. But how were artists reluctant to come on board, like at first around 2007, 2008 when you were first starting with your idea, or were they excited about it right away?
well, what happened was, you know, I'm a social person, obviously. And I was going with my workers for my shop, like two workers I had or whatever. I would go with
Mm-hmm.
them, and then I start meeting people. Then I started getting other people, like meeting people on the thing, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this tour thing or whatever. You want to get down? You know, it's like a shop thing for here, and you know, I ended up having like maybe like six people altogether,
Okay.
and now it went to 50, and I still have a whole list of people pending and waiting to join the team.
That's
I
amazing.
mean,
Yeah.
it blew up. It blew up. Like, you know, I couldn't believe when my list reached 50, and I still have people hitting me up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm doing something right. I mean, you know, they get their money that weekend. I
Right.
make sure they do. That's my job.
Over the years, how many artists would you say off the top of your head roughly that you worked with over the years?
Over 200 artists.
Wow,
Way over 200 artists. Because, you know, they come and go, you know, and
right.
some stay. You know, so, and on top of that, you know, like some can do certain shows, they can't do them all. Like, I don't want everybody doing every show.
Mm-hmm.
I want everybody doing whatever shows they can do because I know they work also in their shops or whatever, own shops too.
Yeah.
But, you know, as far as the tours are concerned, you know, I got this locked down. Like, I know exactly how this works. And,
Okay.
you know, I mastered them. I mastered the tour.
Okay. Yeah, and
But, yeah, I could
we can
say,
definitely
like,
co-sign that you definitely mastered because we've been to a number of tours where you've been there, and the Freestyle Mania, all of your booths usually have the whole wall. It seems like it's all Freestyle Mania, and it be going crazy. It be cracking the whole weekend long for the convention.
all weekend, nonstop, nonstop, one after another, one after another. It could
Right.
be any show, and we always stay busy, you
Okay.
know. But I've had a lot of artists that have worked for me. I mean, you know, we're still friends. Most of us, some, you know, some go for other reasons, but you know, it's whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, at the end of the day, you know, I still got my respect, so that's all I need.
Right. Yep. So the business mind that you had to even foresee something like this, because I don't think it was ever done before you did it. If it was, it wasn't by many.
It was, yeah, it's been done before, because you know these things been going on forever, conventions and stuff like that. It's been done before, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I ended up mastering it to a point where it just became big. You know, like
Right.
I take up to 10 booths in a show. You know, my minimum is 5 booths. Nobody done that. You know,
Yep.
normally they take 2, 3 booths. Now I'm going 5 and better.
Yep.
But you know, I know where to take what. You know, because I've been doing it so many years. I know what shows are better than others. So I know what booths to take this show. I know what booths to take in that show. That's the problem other
Okay.
people don't have. You know, I'm not trying to go to a show to come off even. I don't want my guys wasting their weekend not making any money. So I got to make sure everything's
Right.
right. But
Right.
yeah, there's been others that've done them, and there's still people doing it now. You know, but when I
Mm-hmm.
started doing them, there really weren't that, like, if there was probably 1 or 2. You know what I mean? The most, and not consistently like me. Like it'll be maybe, if they came, it will be maybe once in a blue, once in a while. But
Right.
I made it a convention studio, so that's a little bit different. You know, it's not like a shop getting a booth and just working that show and going home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to their shop. That is my shop. So
Right.
basically, we were doing like 36 to 40 something shows a year, because that is the shop. The tour is the shop. If you look at the banner, it says Freestyle Mania Convention Studio, you know, not
Yeah.
just tour. So that
Okay.
became like a traveling shop, basically. You know,
Right.
the rent we
Basically.
pay here for a shop is the rent we pay
Uh-huh.
there for the weekend.
And it seemed like you still love it. Like, do you love the hustle and everything that come
Oh,
along with
I
it,
love
being
it.
around all
I
of the
love it,
other
man.
artists and everything?
Oh yeah, I love it, and I like dealing with them because I only deal with them for 3 days.
Yeah.
You know, I don't gotta deal with them every day. I deal with them for 3 days. Everybody go home, and that's it. You know, maybe
Right.
not even
Right.
go home. But you know, yeah, I like it. I mean, I love it, or else I wouldn't be doing it still. I mean, you know, 13 years is a very long time already. You
Yeah.
know, and we're still hard, man. We're still going. If this COVID wasn't here, we'd be going in right now.
Yeah. I'm sure. I'm sure of it. How
Mm-hmm.
long have you been tattooing altogether? When did you first begin
Well,
tattooing?
I started tattooing in the Bronx. Um, I've been tattooing 32 years already. I
Okay.
started
Yeah.
tattooing when I was 15. You know, I used to hang out downtown in CBGBs with all the punk rockers and all that shit. I saw them all, you know, getting underground tattoos, and I saw some Hawaiian
Okay.
guy tattooing in a park one day with a homemade machine. I asked some questions. He told me the next morning I woke up, I made a machine like that. So I was tattooing my friends in the park. You know, I mean, I was messing them up, but hey, I was doing it. And, you know, I took it
Right.
from there. I met Carlo from Studio Enigma. This guy, like, he was like a big guy. He used to own Technical Tattoo Supply. That, you know, he passed away. And he just called me. He would call the artists, and he just put me on, and I just took it from there. You know, now I'm like in all the magazines, winning awards all over the place. So that's a pretty good thing.
Yeah. We seen you in so many magazines.
Oh yeah,
Uh.
I'm in a lot of magazines. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
got a
You've been
6-page
tearing up the
spread in a
magazine circuit,
magazine.
man.
Yeah, I got a 6-page spread on how I helped pave the way in the Bronx for tattooing back in the days, because you know, like, it wasn't really legal at all in the Bronx, and I was the one out there with that beeper and that book bag going to people's houses tattooing them.
Right.
You know, when they beat me, run down to the payphone and go tattoo them, and then, you know, go to the next one. You know, so I started from the beginning. Like, I taught myself. Nobody taught me anything, and you know, it was hard, you know, but it was something that I was determined to do, because that's what I wanted to do. So I made my own
Right.
setup and everything. If you look at my setup back in the days, I mean, like, my setup, I have Pepsi caps, like, you know, the caps.
Uh
I wash them with alcohol and stuff like that, and that's where the ink goes in, you know. And it was just regular Indian ink back then.
huh.
But you know, I'm talking about '89 and stuff like that. You know, and
Yeah.
stuff like when they thought that to get a tattoo you had to be a drug dealer or you had to be a inmate.
Right.
You know, meanwhile, it wasn't even like that. You know, when you know about this, look at this now. Everything blew up so much. It's so much different.
So
But
much.
yeah, so Yeah, so I helped pave that. You know, a lot of people don't know it, but you know, it's all good. I know a lot of people. You know, like Big Joe Kaplan. Yeah, I mean, you know, God rest his soul. He was a good guy, good friend of mine too. Uh, he used to sell the first. He used to sell the machines online back in the days, and
Okay.
you know, I used to go over there because I used to live by Mount Vernon, and I used to go to his shop when I was a kid. You know, before I started actually doing it, when I had the homemade one that I made, and
Uh-huh.
he, you know, he used to kick me out the shop because I was young and stuff like that. But I used to peek and glance. I ended up working for him eventually, you know.
Okay.
But you know,
Right.
the one that put me on really was Carlo from Studio Enigma, Technical Tattoo
Okay.
Supply. And but then the tour thing, man, that was just a whole different story. Like, you know, I was working in shops and stuff like that, and I'm a fast artist, you know, and I lay down ink real good.
Uh-huh.
So you know, when I started doing that tour, when I started doing them shows, man, I started noticing how much more money I can make at the shows than at the shop. And
Okay. Yeah.
and as fast as I am, I could double it. So I was like, man, this is it. This is it. You know, I
Right.
found what I'm gonna do, and that's what I did. And I'm 13 years strong, deep in, and I'm still going till I retire, I
Dope.
guess.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah. That's dope, man. Especially considering where you started from. I'm sure you probably didn't envision where you are now from starting tattooing people in the park
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
to
The
going
thing
to
is that when I
traveling
started,
nationwide
Mhm.
all year round tattooing people.
Right, when I was a kid, I mean, you know, money ain't shit. You know, like when I was a kid, my mom would give me $5, and that shit lasts me all day. And so it was nothing. Like when I started tattooing, it
Right.
was I didn't even know you can make money on it. Like I didn't know you could make money on it. I was just doing it because I thought it was funny. It was
You was
cool, and
doing
I
it for
always
the
drew
love
when I
of
was
it.
a kid. Yeah, I always drew when I was a kid. You know, I stopped the VCR, put on some Voltron, stop it at his face, grab a cardboard, whatever I saw, and draw whatever I saw on TV. You know, and that's what I was doing when I was a kid. And when I started doing the tattooing, that just hit. It was a whole different ball game. Then when I found out you can make money on it, it was even better. You know, but
Right.
but you know that's you know it's just crazy, man. Like how times evolve and everything changes. Like
Absolutely.
as far as like tattooing and you know the different styles now. Like me, I do any style because you know I'm a versatile artist. When I started, you
Uh-huh.
couldn't pick a style. You know you couldn't pick a style. You just did whatever they wanted, and then you end up mastering everything people want. So that's how I became a master. I could do any style and any color, black and gray, anything,
Yeah.
and not by choice, but because I had to.
Right. You had to
Because you
learn. You
know
had to learn
that's the
that
way it
way.
worked. But that's how I learned, yeah. And nobody
Yeah.
taught me nothing, nothing at all, not one thing.
Yo, that's a ill story, man, for real though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Like you know, times, you know, like I've seen it evolve, and I know a lot of people. You know, I know Freddie Negretti and all those people too. They're great people,
Hmm.
you know, and they got stories just similar to mine.
Right.
And you know, these are stories that you know people will never ever live again or will ever understand because
Right.
everything is so much easier nowadays. You know, people are getting apprenticeships, people are learning this, people are just picking up machines and they're selling them everywhere now. You know, back in the day, you couldn't find machines anywhere really, bro. You had to order from like Big Joe Kaplan or Huck Spalding or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and you know, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It was really tough. Plus, it was underground. On top of that, when I was
Right. I,
doing it,
I, I was gonna say because the tattoo industry, it really
it
was
became
was kind of taboo up until like the last 10,
'97.
15 years when it kind of hit the pop culture when a lot of the musicians and athletes
But
began, rocking
it
their
became
tattoos
legal in
out.
1997 in New York.
Okay.
So in 1997 is when everything started getting legal, and that's when it started getting like shops started like more or less opening up more, you
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
and you know people were teaching people, but you know that's a whole different story. They
Right.
all you know now you know. I mean, I like it. I like the way it evolved, you know, and I'm glad to be part of it. You know, I'm glad to be part of that history.
Yeah.
And you know, like right now in January, we have a big as we have a shop interview coming up in Tattoo Review magazine. You know, and it's
Okay.
probably like 10 pages for the shop and the tour and everything. So that should be coming up the beginning of January.
Oh, that's big, man. Hopefully, once the pandemic situation get under control or whatnot, we definitely want to come down and chop it up with you in person. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely.
In
Well,
the shop, definitely.
yeah. Well, you're always welcome to come to the shop. You know, the shop is open. Florida is not like, you know, crazy strict or locked down like everywhere else.
Okay.
You know, so we're busy. We're working. You know, in this place, you know, everything seems fine out here.
Okay.
But you know, you're always welcome to come to the shop. Come
All
see
right,
me.
man.
You know, and I'm definitely gonna see you on tour when it starts again. You know, I'm gonna be there.
Oh yeah, we know you're gonna be there. Yeah, we definitely plan on. We definitely ready to get out, man. We've been itching
Yeah, and
to get to some
I
type
also
of
got more
convention
additions
this
to the
year.
crew. Huh?
No, I said yeah, we've been itching to get to a convention this year, man. It's just been so tight with all of the
Yeah.
lockdowns and restrictions and whatnot.
Yeah, we did that. We did Minnesota, then we did Atlanta in March, the beginning of March. Once
Uh-huh.
Atlanta finished, Chicago was 2 weeks later, and 2 days later we found out everything got shut down and everything started just going crazy.
Yeah.
So I had this big ass shop here for 2.5 years in the works, and I never opened it. Just been paying the rent on time every month.
Okay.
And once the COVID hit, I had a little bit to go, you know, to finish the shop and then get the permits. And that's exactly what I did. And I opened up, and now we're booked here too. You know, like Friday the 13th, we did 200 people here.
Wow. Yeah. Man, that's
You know,
a blessing. Yeah, and that
yeah,
goes to show that your reputation precedes you at this point. You know what I'm saying? You are definitely an incredible artist, and that's definitely a reason
thank you.
why we wanted to interview you today. Because, like I said, you always showed us love and support from the beginning. Like you were one of the first people, and we never forgot that, and we always appreciated that about you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that too. Well, you guys are always my friends, always will be my friends. And, you know, we're actually my brothers.
Right. Yeah.
And, you know, we got to continue this way forever.
Yeah, we feel the same. We feel the same way about you, bro. And we appreciate your time today, man. So we ain't gonna hold you up too much longer. We're gonna let you get back to tattooing. But
Yeah,
we
this
definitely
guy's waiting.
we definitely gonna talk again soon, though. We appreciate you, bro.
Hey, man. Take care, man. God bless.
All right, y'all. You too. All right.
Later, brother.